You're listening to ArTEEtude, a podcast with artists created and produced by Detlef Schlich, a visual artist and ritual designer, living and loving in West Cork, and best known for his essay about the cause and effect of shamanism, art and digital culture. Working in the field of performance, photography, painting, sound, installations, and film, he will dive and discover with us and a weekly creative guest into the unknown and exciting deep ocean of the creative mind.
This is Detlef Schlich, and today we dive into the unexpected, deep ocean of the creative mind, together with Gerry Thomas. Hi, Gerry.
Hey. Very different.
Yeah, we are already in the third part, and the last two parts were very exciting and interesting, and very short, but I stick to this concept. I don't want to go longer than 20-25 minutes. And now, in this part, we're gonna talk actually about another character and creative part from Gerry, because she has a band, and what I would like to know is, first of all, you can go back to the first part where Gerry mentioned a little bit about her experience in Detroit. So how long did you tour in Detroit with the band? You were, how old were you? 18 or 19?
20? 20, just 20.
20.
Mm-hmm.
And
I lived on 8 Mile.
You lived on what?
On 8 Mile, where Eminem's movie was made after that, so it was very dangerous.
8 Mile is
you know, it's a famous movie that about Eminem's life.
I didn't
Marshall.
watch that. I mean,
and this is the area. It was made after I lived there, so you could get an impression of how rough it was.
so 8 Mile is the no-go scene in Detroit.
Well, 8 Mile is outside. It's off Telegraph Road. It's about half an hour from downtown Detroit, which was at that time unpassable. Nobody would get out of the car, or that dangerous.
Honestly, why?
Have you not heard of the Devil's Night?
No.
Big uproars between black people and just very poor. Auto City, Mobile City, Ford Productions, rundown. Not a pretty place, but a cool place.
Yeah, I can imagine that. So
yeah.
Sounds to me a little bit like a location, what you see in Mad Max films somehow.
Yeah, something like
is
that,
it?
yeah.
Is it already? Yeah.
Well, this is early 90s. It's picking up, I think.
Probably, no? Probably.
Yeah, but to say I was not a musician. I was with the singer of the band.
So you didn't make music at this time?
I didn't make I didn't make music.
Did you play an instrument at this time?
I never played an instrument.
Yeah.
I do, when I write songs, I can do a few chords, not even, but I do think it works. I bought a piano recently, and I don't play. I don't know what it is, but it just comes out of me. But in this band, I mean, my instrument is my voice.
Yeah.
So my experience in music, really, I had my first band in secondary school. I was age 14 when I wrote my first song. And, on and off, music was a very important part of my life, not just as a listener, but music saved my life in an emotional way many times. Just because I could, feel something. So my relationship with music is vital.
What?
It's vital to my
to
my whole being. So then on and off, primarily I was
what did you
young
listen
mother.
with 14? Which music?
So my first tape was Sixto Rodriguez, Sugar Man, which became very, very... My dad gave it to me.
What is his name?
Sixto Rodriguez. Sixto Rodriguez. He's actually a Native American from Detroit. And little did I know, I was 10 years of age. It was made into a documentary, Searching for Sugar Man.
Ah, okay, yeah, sure.
But nobody knew about it. Anyway, this is a story about this, and this was my first tape, and to this day, I listen to it. And
it's very famous over here in West Cork.
Sugar Man,
Yeah.
don't you hurry, 'cause I'm tired of these dreams.
Yeah,
For a blue coin. Anyway.
all the West Cork hippies listen to it.
Yeah, but they listened to it like 30 years later. Anyway, the other side
Yeah.
of the tape was Pavlo's Dog. And very unusual. Then David Bowie, we would go on school tours and they would go in Phantasialand on all the rides and I would sit with my Walkman.
Phantasialand.
I would sit with my Walkman under a tree and listen to Station in Ziggy Stardust.
How old have you been there? What was it?
13.
13. Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So you started listen to music with 10 or 8? I mean,
No, 10, and then
Yeah.
Simon and Garfunkel with 12.
yeah.
And then David Bowie, and then Pixies, Bauhaus, Taxi Moon.
Bauhaus, Pixies was 14, 15, 16.
Yeah, 15, 16,
Yeah,
whatever, you
yeah.
know.
So it was getting harder.
It was getting harder and harder and harder. Husker Du.
Yeah.
Swans. Vipers, one of my favorite albums in the world. I don't know. I mean, so many.
And then
Velvet Underground. Everything.
I must say, Velvet Underground is if I saw you guys played once in Roses, and you sound very much like the singer from.
Well, I don't agree with that with Nico, because her accent was. I know I have an accent, but her accent was very, and she could not sing at all. Neither can I sing. But I don't, people just associate, she's German. She gives the vibe of Velvet Underground, but no, I don't think I saw
What was Miko German? I don't know. She was.
Oh, she was from Munich, yeah. She was a model.
Munich.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, it's quite interesting. So you started with 10 listening to music, because if I ask that, I compare that sometimes to myself, and I started with 8 listening, but I bought my first single, and that was Miguel Rios' Song of Joy. Maybe you sing this song of joy. Yeah, okay.
So, this is heavily influenced by my dad and by my older brother Michael, and so the story continues, and so then I had my son. Obviously, I was not able. I was primarily a mother. And when I moved I had one thing that I started when I was 25. I was singing, but we were just doing cover songs like 9 Inch Nails and stuff like that. Then I moved to Ireland and I started playing music again. I met a friend called Philip Marshall and Caroline Warner. They were, they lived in Ballydob. They moved over from New York, and Philip is a musician. And they kind of, when they started, when he came around for dinner and would start, and he comes from, he's a real punk rocker by heart, but we all soft and
Philip, he's not in America. I was listening to some
yeah,
of
so,
his
but
tunes.
we all anyway, so he kind of started reminding the clock started, or the bomb started ticking, that I needed to make music again, because I missed it so much.
Yeah.
And he saw who I really was, because in West Cork.
Philip.
Yes.
So you started with him?
No. But in West Cork, there's a lot of hippies, and I don't mean that in a bad way, but there's a lot of people who listen to folk songs,
Just
and
joking.
that's all beautiful. But punk rock is not really where you can or whatever you want to call it. Punk rock is just a general description of what I would like to do.
I mean punk rock. I had a punk rock band in the 80s, I think, and it is. I mean, who ZZ Top? If you mix that, and you can create punk rock as well with it,
Yeah. So I'm just trying to explain what I mean, and then I started playing music with people like Stuart Wilde and Chris MacDonald, all the people who create beautiful music around here.
When did you start?
Let's say in 2012.
Okay, we say 8 years ago. So.
Yeah.
All right.
So I, collaborated, did this and that, and for the film festival, we did something with, Camilla and Colin Vernicum was still alive, Black, and all these. So this would go on. We play Sunday sessions in the bar. We do this. We have, we get hammered and fucking wasted and have a great time. I would do songs like Townes Van Zandt, who I love, and Bonnie Prince Billy is somebody I would marry on the spot if he wouldn't be that ugly. And then anyway, a mutual friend of ours and a very long-time friend returns back to Ballydehop to live here from New York. They have been in bands together. Philip and him have been in bands together and made records for years and years, 20 years. His name is Ruben Maha, and he returned and started a project with Jonathan Parson, who is the bass player in our band. And then they asked me to do something for a piano track in German, like an art piece, and join them on Sunday. And I wrote the song called Wasser, and it's about a saga of the Königskinder in German. Yeah. And I wrote it together with, the chorus is different, anyway, influenced by different things. And I did this, and then it was great. So I joined them on their first gig. I did a couple of things, and then I started writing, and me and Ruben would get together, and he would have a riff, and we send it to each other, and we would meet and created a record. So in October 2018, we rented, our band is called First Class and Coach, and we played First Class and Coach.
First Class.
I have nothing to do with the name. That was already the existing name.
From them.
So
they had the band, and they didn't have a singer.
No, they wanted to do an ambient project, and then I joined. And then
that's quite difficult to do an ambient project with you.
And it didn't work out. So I wrote and wrote. It just fell out of me, sitting on the toilet cooking goulash or whatever. Just the lyrics, so the record was written pretty fast.
Yeah.
We rented Christian Best Studios, Monique Studios in Middleton, and Tony.
Wow.
Like what you hear so far? Make sure you never miss a show by clicking the subscribe button now. This podcast is made possible by listeners like you. Thank you for your support. Now back to the show.
Maimoni from Brooklyn, Studio G's, flew over, rehearsed with us for a weekend, went into the studio, and we had it for 2 days, and we tracked 10 tracks. And then Ruben flew over 2 weeks later to Brooklyn, New York, and mixed it in Studio G. And my old record company, or the old record company of Gregory in Shock Therapy 20 years ago, the manager who would tour with us every year, they had a German record company in Stuttgart, was called AM Music back in the day, and the manager of Shock Therapy created his own record label, and I hadn't spoken to him for 20 years, so I sent him my CD, and he flew over the next weekend. We played in Roses in our local bar, and he signed us a record deal. And so we made vinyls. We've been played on the radio, RTE2 FM. We've been invited to the studios, and then COVID happened, and the rest is known.
Okay, right.
So we will be back. We're doing organizing loft punk rock gigs.
Yeah, we just might listen while we talk for a couple of seconds. How it sounds from Gerry's
the record. Yeah, the record is called "The Truth About Honey," and
And what we're gonna do on a later stage at the end of this show, I'm gonna edit it and put it in so you can listen to it in probably in.
It's on Spotify,
and as well. This is a studio version where we're gonna listen to it at the end. So just start it and we listen a little bit, so to get an idea.
Okay, I couldn't decide. There's a song called Lullaby, which is a poem about my life and who I think I was at that moment. And the other song, I think we're going to use that, is my absolute favorite song. It's called Detroit. It's dedicated to this time. It's dedicated to Eric Hoskins, who was the bass player in Shock Therapy. And he OD'd in front of me once, and I saved his life in downtown Detroit, being 19. And he is dead now. He finally, died of a heroin overdose. He was my only friend there. And this is for him.
What was his name again, please?
Eric Hoskins.
For Eric Hoskins.
Okay.
I mean, we can speak.
Yeah. So I'm just trying to find it.
Yeah.
Okay, I have it here. The song is called Detroit by First Class and Coke. Coach. Sorry, suits.
Yeah, a little Freudscher mistake. Freudscher Fehler, who's in German.
Oh, it doesn't work, Detlef.
It doesn't work.
Just because the internet is shit here.
And I know I could say that before, so you should use my hotspot. So it doesn't work. I thought you have it as an MP3.
I might have it in Dropbox. 1 second there.
Yeah.
And that is so. If I have it in Dropbox now, guys, I don't.
And if not, you have to sing it. Just.
I need Ruben's guitar for that. Where is my fucking drum? I'm
Or
also blind.
maybe just do one lyric line. If you have it.
No.
You
You have to listen to it. You can stop the thing. Where's my Dropbox in my... Da. Sehe nix. Warte mal eben.
Do you need my
Update.
glasses?
No, I have contacts in, but they're shit. Photos, account, create, folders. Nix. Offline.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it for a second. All right, we found it. This is now Detroit, dedicated to Eric Hoskins. Hoskins. Okay. So guys, you get an idea now what's about. So when we're still gonna talk a couple of minutes about it, and we might play this song at the end of the show.
Yeah.
So you can listen later to it. Thank you very much.
Okay.
Great. Sounds great.
Thank you.
Sounds cool. I mean, I saw them already live, and it is really the opposite of ambience. So,
Yeah.
but I think the guys are happy to.
Anyway, yeah, when Ruben returned and asked me to join the band, and he started playing guitar loud, distorted, it was like taking a cold shower. And I thought, okay, it was not even a question, neither to them nor to me. And yeah, we all had found each other and to play music. And Andrew McNeilage is the youngest. I know him since he's 8. And he used to come and drop off. I used to work for his mother. And he used to drop us his school back after primary school. And now he's a fantastic drummer. And he just...
Okay, so
Anyway.
It's now
it's a 4-piece.
4-piece band.
Jonathan Parsons, Ballydehop, Andrew McNeilage, Skull, Ruben Maha, New York, and now Skull, Ballydehop, and me.
And okay, so the COVID started, the thing started, and did you guys had already gigs planned?
Oh yeah.
Where?
We were going on tour for sure in Germany, but nothing was booked. But it was a thing. Our record release in Levis's was last year, I think, either the end of August or I can't really remember. And then in March, the record was worldwide released through the German company. So they would have sent us, but, it's all too vague and it's all too...
Sure,
it just doesn't work. But,
no,
it doesn't matter. We're still working on it and we are happy and we're dedicated to this music. It's our passion,
Sure. I mean, I just have the first CD from First Class and Coach in my hand, and I just see the songs. I mean, you're gonna do the poetry and the vocals, so you're responsible for all that.
I might be one to recite. I would like to recite actually the other song I didn't want to play because it's a poem and it sounds very nice, even without the music.
Yeah.
No?
No. Yeah. Do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So it's called Lullaby, and okay, I'm just gonna recite it. Now I have to like kind of now my brain is looking for the music, but it's not there. So I am not your prize fighter. I am the kitten with a metal leg. I'm the racehorse that has run on dirty tracks. I'm the sundown with the King Kong clown. I'll come when everything has burned to the ground. And my sky is black, nor am I sad about anything. I'm a clean machine that has run on dirt, and my king is a horse, no armor needed here. All for free, you're carrying me. I'm the girl that's inspired by despair. I'm the smile that ignites your eye, and I'm the word that cuts you unkind. And I'm the girl who fought for her life, and I'm the girl that covers your ass and holds your hand when you die. And I'm the girl who runs with the dogs, and I'm the girl who wears the ink of 2 guns, and I'm the girl who laughs at life sometimes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That was lovely.
Thank you.
It mirrors already your
It mirrors actually when I was reciting it because it's with music and it sounds very different.
your run with the
I run with my dogs. I have 2 dogs.
run with the hunters
I run with the dogs.
or with hunters. Do you know?
Yeah.
Do you know actually there is a band with a name, or what's the name of your run
Run with the hunted.
run with the hunted? There is a band.
Yeah,
named.
probably.
Do you know that?
No, I didn't.
So I
actually.
found them yesterday, so it's quite interesting. So
Yeah,
so
yeah.
it's great. No, cool. So what I like is it really what I like is the idea that that's the reason why I call my ArTEEtude podcast West Cork's art, fashion,
Yes.
and design podcast, because everything
Everything is
together.
linked together. Yes.
absolutely, and even that I mean, did you hear about the band Soul to Soul
No.
from Bristol? And
No.
they did actually exactly that, what you're doing, trying to fit
Oh,
everything
cool!
in,
I'll check it out.
back to life, back
Yeah.
to life, back to reality.
Okay. Yeah,
So-
I know the song. Yeah.
So yeah, but yeah, back to the band. We still have a minute or something, 2 minutes, and
Okay.
I have here your
Track names.
the Bally Wizard, Detroit, Misha, Burn, motherfucker, Burn. You
Okay. Give it to me and I'll
Yeah.
say 2 sentences. So
Yeah.
the band, the album is called The Truth About Honey, and the first track is called Holy Shit. Holy Shit is about me falling in love with someone and not saying how I felt, so I could project it on something and not tell anyone. And 2014 was not written by me, it's written by Ruben Maha, and it's a song about clowns and cocaine and this. Punk Rick, the lyrics are written, it's a date rape song where somebody gets raped. Or, it is like that if you call it a really bad, rep. And it's a horrible thing, I'm not saying. But it's about, he goes, hey, lady, take me higher, take me on a jet plane, blah, blah, blah. He wants to fuck her, basically. But, and she goes, it's a trick, it's a goddamn trick, go fuck you. So this is a sweet little punk rock song. Lullaby, I just recited. Wasser is the poem about Königskinder.
It's German or is it English?
It's in German.
Okay.
And You Should Come, it's like a Nirvana song. Nothing really fits together. It has a great vibe. It's a punk rock song. Burn, motherfucker, burn. The first line of that song goes, reject me and I eject forced to shine. It was after I was fired after 12 years of working for people, and they just fired me, and I thought, you know what, I'll get back to you, and when I come back, I'll shine. Detroit, we listened to, it's dedicated to my friend Eric Hoskins. Misha is about my brother, my older brother Michael, who I call Misha or Michel. And Ballyrizzard is an ambient song. It's an instrumental song that is dedicated to Beckett, the wolfhound in front of the cover. It was Ruben's dog, and he has dedicated the record and this song to his dog, Irish wolfhound Beckett, who passed away in August. Okay, so that's it.
So guys, so we know a little bit more about that, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Detlef. The sun is shining, so we can go on a little road trip now.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta go in the workshop.
Yeah, and you guys listen to the song Detroit now.
Down the freeway in a beat down Cadillac. Skyscrapers all around. Sunrise in the air.
Thank you for listening. It was a great time, and we hear us very, very soon. Bye,
Thank you.
Geraldine. Thank you for having you. Bye, bye,
Thanks,
bye,
thank
bye.
you, bye.
Woo. This is a listener-supported show. I feel honored if you subscribe to the show. You can follow me non-financial with the following click on one of my Instagram accounts, or subscribe the visual version of this podcast on YouTube via the link below. If you like what you hear, be sure to tune in next Wednesday for the next ArTEEtude talk with a special guest. If you want to leave a donation for a coffee or a bus ticket, just follow the donation link via the ArTEEtude podcast account. Eventually, I would like to thank, through this medium, all my members and listeners of the I Love West Cork Artists Network from all over the world. Just to remember myself that without you, this here couldn't and wouldn't happen.
You have listened to ArTEEtude, West Cork's first art, fashion and design podcast. ArTEEtude, never so close again. That was too close.